Symbiosis is a fascinating biological concept that describes the close and long-term interaction between two different species. It is a mutually beneficial relationship where both organisms benefit from each other's presence. This interaction can take various forms, ranging from mutualism, where both species benefit, to commensalism, where one species benefits while the other is neither helped nor harmed, to parasitism, where one species benefits at the expense of the other. One of the most well-known examples of mutualistic symbiosis is the relationship between bees and flowers. Bees benefit from the nectar and pollen provided by flowers for food, while flowers benefit from the pollination services provided by bees. This mutually beneficial relationship has evolved over millions of years and is essential for the survival of both species. Symbiosis is not limited to just macroscopic organisms. It also occurs at the microscopic level. For example, the relationship between nitrogen-fixing bacteria and leguminous plants is crucial for the nitrogen cycle in ecosystems. These bacteria provide plants with essential nutrients, while the plants provide the bacteria with a habitat. This intricate balance showcases the complexity and beauty of symbiotic relationships in nature. Understanding symbiosis is crucial for ecologists and biologists, as it plays a significant role in shaping ecosystems and biodiversity. By studying these interactions, we can gain insights into the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the delicate balance that exists between different species. Symbiotic relationships come in various forms, each with its unique characteristics and outcomes. The three main types of symbiotic relationships are mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Mutualism is a type of symbiosis where both species involved benefit from the interaction. An excellent example of mutualism is the relationship between clownfish and sea anemones. The clownfish receive protection from predators within the anemone's tentacles, while the anemone benefits from the nutrients provided by the clownfish's waste. This mutually beneficial relationship showcases how two species can coexist and thrive together. Commensalism is another type of symbiotic relationship where one species benefits and the other is neither helped nor harmed. An interesting example of commensalism is the relationship between remoras and sharks. Remoras attach themselves to sharks and feed on the scraps left behind by the shark's meals without harming the shark. This relationship demonstrates how one species can take advantage of another without causing any harm. Parasitism is a type of symbiosis where one species benefits at the expense of the other. A classic example of parasitism is the relationship between ticks and mammals. Ticks feed on the blood of mammals, causing harm and potential diseases to the host. This parasitic relationship highlights the negative impact that symbiosis can have on one of the species involved. These different types of symbiotic relationships showcase the complexity and diversity of interactions that can occur in nature. Each type plays a crucial role in shaping ecosystems and maintaining biodiversity. By studying these relationships, scientists can gain insights into the intricate balance that exists between different species and the impact they have on each other and the environment. Understanding the dynamics of symbiotic relationships is essential for conservation efforts and ecosystem management, as it allows us to appreciate the interconnectedness of all living organisms on Earth. Symbiosis, the intricate dance of interdependence between different species, is a common phenomenon in nature. One of the most iconic examples of symbiosis is the relationship between coral reefs and zooxanthellae, a type of algae. The coral provides a protected environment and compounds necessary for photosynthesis, while the zooxanthellae produce oxygen and help the coral remove waste. This mutualistic relationship is essential for the health and survival of coral reefs, which are among the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Another fascinating example of symbiosis is the partnership between oxpeckers and large mammals such as rhinos and zebras. The oxpeckers feed on parasites found on the mammal's skin, providing a cleaning service that benefits both parties. In return, the mammals get rid of irritating pests and receive a warning signal from the vigilant birds when danger approaches. This mutualistic relationship showcases how cooperation between species can lead to mutual benefits. Moving to the microscopic world, lichens are a classic example of a symbiotic relationship between fungi and algae or cyanobacteria. The fungi provide a protective structure and absorb water and nutrients, while the algae or cyanobacteria photosynthesize and produce food for the fungi. Together, they form a unique organism with properties distinct from either partner alone. This symbiotic relationship is crucial for lichen survival in harsh environments such as deserts and tundras. An intriguing example of commensalism is the relationship between barnacles and whales. Barnacles attach themselves to the skin of whales and feed on plankton and other small organisms in the water. While the barnacles benefit from the whale's movement through nutrient-rich waters, the whales are not significantly affected by the presence of the barnacles. This commensal relationship demonstrates how one species can benefit from another without causing harm. Parasitic symbiosis can also be found in nature, such as the relationship between mistletoe plants and trees. Mistletoe plants attach themselves to tree branches and steal water and nutrients from the host tree, weakening it over time. While mistletoe benefits from the tree's resources, the tree suffers from reduced growth and potential harm. This parasitic relationship highlights the negative impact that symbiosis can have on one of the species involved. These examples of symbiosis in nature illustrate the diverse ways in which different species interact and depend on each other for survival. By studying these relationships, scientists gain insights into the complexity of ecosystems and the delicate balance that exists between organisms in the natural world. Coevolution is a fascinating biological concept that describes the reciprocal evolutionary changes between two or more interacting species. Unlike traditional evolutionary processes where species evolve independently, coevolution occurs when the evolution of one species is directly influenced by the evolution of another species, leading to a dynamic and intertwined relationship. This phenomenon often results in a series of adaptations and counter-adaptations as each species responds to changes in the other. One classic example of coevolution is the relationship between flowering plants and their pollinators. As plants evolve to produce nectar, scent, and colors to attract specific pollinators, the pollinators in turn develop specialized traits to efficiently collect pollen and nectar. This mutualistic coevolutionary relationship has led to the remarkable diversity of flowers and pollinators we see today. Another intriguing example of coevolution is the arms race between predators and prey. Predators evolve better hunting strategies and adaptations to catch prey, while prey species develop defense mechanisms such as camouflage, warning coloration, or toxins to avoid being eaten. This constant back-and-forth evolution between predators and prey drives the diversification of species and shapes entire ecosystems. Coevolution is a driving force behind the incredible diversity of life on Earth and plays a crucial role in shaping the structure and function of ecosystems. By studying coevolutionary relationships, scientists gain valuable insights into the complex interplay between species and the mechanisms that drive evolutionary change. Coevolution is driven by a variety of mechanisms that shape the interactions between species over time. One key mechanism is reciprocal selection, where the traits of one species influence the evolution of traits in another species, leading to a continuous cycle of adaptation and counter-adaptation. For example, in the case of predator-prey relationships, predators with better hunting abilities exert selective pressure on prey to develop enhanced defense mechanisms, such as increased speed or camouflage. In response, predators may then evolve new strategies to overcome these defenses, creating a never-ending cycle of evolutionary change. Another important mechanism of coevolution is co-adaptation, where two species evolve traits that complement each other for mutual benefit. This can be seen in the symbiotic relationship between flowering plants and their pollinators. Plants produce nectar and colorful flowers to attract pollinators, while pollinators have evolved specialized mouthparts and behaviors to efficiently collect pollen and nectar, resulting in a mutually beneficial coadaptation. Additionally, arms races are a common mechanism of coevolution, particularly in competitive interactions between species. This phenomenon involves a continuous escalation of adaptations and counter-adaptations as each species tries to outcompete the other. An example of an arms race is the coevolution between herbivorous insects and plants. As plants develop chemical defenses to deter herbivores, insects evolve detoxification mechanisms to overcome these defenses, leading to a never-ending cycle of evolutionary innovation. Furthermore, geographic isolation can also drive coevolution by creating unique selective pressures in different environments. When populations of species become isolated in different habitats, they may evolve distinct traits to adapt to their specific ecological conditions. Over time, these divergent evolutionary paths can lead to the formation of new species through a process known as allopatric speciation. These mechanisms of coevolution highlight the dynamic and intricate nature of species interactions and the role they play in shaping the diversity of life on Earth. Coevolutionary relationships are prevalent in nature, driving the intricate dance of adaptation and counter-adaptation between species. One classic example of coevolution is the relationship between plants and herbivores. As plants evolve chemical defenses to deter herbivores, such as toxins or thorns, herbivores in turn develop detoxification mechanisms or specialized feeding strategies to overcome these defenses. This coevolutionary arms race has led to the incredible diversity of plant defenses and herbivore adaptations we see today. An interesting example of coevolution can be observed in the relationship between fig trees and fig wasps. Fig wasps have evolved specialized mouthparts to pollinate fig flowers and lay their eggs inside the developing fig fruit. In return, fig trees have developed unique structures within the fig fruit to house and nourish the fig wasp larvae. This mutualistic coevolutionary relationship is so specific that each species is dependent on the other for reproduction and survival. Another fascinating example of coevolution is the relationship between predator and prey species, such as the cheetah and the gazelle. Cheetahs have evolved incredible speed and agility to catch gazelles, while gazelles have developed swift running abilities and keen senses to evade predators. This coevolutionary arms race has led to the evolution of some of the fastest land animals on Earth. In a different coevolutionary scenario, the relationship between cleaner fish and their clients showcases mutualistic coevolution. Cleaner fish feed on parasites and dead skin cells of larger fish, providing a cleaning service that benefits both parties. The larger fish benefit from parasite removal, while the cleaner fish receive a meal. This mutualistic coevolutionary relationship has led to the development of specific behaviors and signals that facilitate cooperation between the two species. Moving to the microbial world, the coevolution between gut bacteria and their hosts is a crucial example of symbiotic coevolution. Gut bacteria play essential roles in digestion and immune system function, while hosts provide a stable environment and nutrients for the bacteria. This coevolutionary relationship is so intertwined that disruptions in the gut microbiome can have significant impacts on host health. These examples of coevolutionary relationships highlight the dynamic and complex interactions that drive evolutionary change in the natural world. By studying these relationships, scientists gain insights into the mechanisms of adaptation, speciation, and ecological dynamics that shape the diversity of life on Earth. Symbiosis and coevolution play a crucial role in maintaining the balance and stability of ecosystems. These intricate relationships drive the coexistence and interdependence of species, shaping the structure and function of natural communities. For example, the mutualistic relationship between plants and mycorrhizal fungi enhances nutrient uptake and promotes plant growth, contributing to ecosystem productivity. Coevolutionary interactions between predators and prey lead to the diversification of species and the regulation of population dynamics. Understanding symbiosis and coevolution is essential for conservation efforts and ecosystem management, as they highlight the interconnectedness of species and the delicate web of life that sustains biodiversity. Future research on symbiosis and coevolution holds promising implications for fields such as medicine, agriculture, and conservation. Studying symbiotic relationships can inspire the development of novel biotechnologies, such as probiotics for human health or biocontrol agents for pest management in agriculture. Exploring coevolutionary dynamics can provide insights into how species adapt to environmental changes, offering strategies for mitigating the impacts of climate change and biodiversity loss. Future research directions may focus on unraveling the molecular mechanisms underlying symbiotic interactions, investigating the role of symbiosis in ecosystem resilience, and exploring the potential applications of coevolutionary principles in various sectors.